What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to Lab Session 50, episode 50, Bet with Juice. Thank you guys for sticking with me for 50 episodes. I can't believe it's here. It's pretty amazing, and like I said, I appreciate everybody's support so far. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. Happy Monday. We had a freaking weekend. The boy stayed locked in on MLB. NFL wasn't too nice to us, but we did hit our slip from channel on Saturday night. It was electric. Let's get into it. Right there, the boys got it done. The five-legger, $5 to pay $200. Leading off with Austin Martin. Shares a birthday with my woman. Good luck charm right there. He got it done. Carlos Correa, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He got the job done with 2. Mr. Jackson Churio, we had went back to him from the day before. I trusted him. He got on base. He got the job done. Scored a run. Jake Cronenworth, what a dog, for 1 single. What a dude. What a dude. And then Mr. Shea Langeliers, it was the last prop of the night that we needed. I was sweating it. I was sitting there and I was like, ooh, we cannot miss again by one person. Shea Langeliers, he scored 3 runs. He got brought in 3 different times and he had 2 hits. Absolutely dominated. So, got the job done for us. Like I said, we cashed out on Saturday night, and I love that it was on channel. We finally got one from one of the episodes, so it's good. It's great, and like I said, we stayed locked in. Yesterday, the NFL, like I said, was not treating us so well. Our slips weren't doing too great. We're getting close here and there, but games were getting out of hand. So I decided to grab the notebook and lock in on the last 5 games of MLB last night. You had the Athletics versus the Reds, San Francisco versus our Dodgers, and then Seattle versus Angels, Padres versus Rockies, and Red Sox versus the Yankees. 5 gentlemen to get the job done. They locked in just like I did. I was a little tipsy too watching the NFL. I'm like, you know what? Like I said, grab the notebook, started jotting down my boys. Brent Rooker, half hits, runs, RBI. He had a home run. I think it was a home run. I'm not too sure. Could have been. But Dale Oscar, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He had 6. He absolutely dominated, and he's on our slip again today. Mr. Cal Rayleigh, big dumper, 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He had 7. Ladies and gentlemen, 7. Smashed his prop last night. Thank you, big dumper. We went back to the stud himself, Jake Cronenworth, for an RBI. Mind you, we had him for a single on Saturday. RBI, got the job done, brought somebody in, and then you had Trevor Story, 1.5 total bases. There he is right there. That was the last one I was sweating out. It was wild. He gets on base in his very first at bat, first inning. The Red Sox go through their entire lineup in the first inning. He comes up to bat in the second. And there's somebody on first, I believe. And he didn't bunt it, but he barely tapped it. Pitcher falls on his ass. Will Warren, thank you. Thank you, Will Warren. It was going to be a close play at first base. Trevor Story ran it out. Will Warren really didn't have a chance to throw the ball. But yeah, he got 1.5 bases for us. That was the last one. We got that in the second inning. We were hyped. That one paid out $200. $8 to pay out $200. Like I said, your boy stayed locked in on MLB, just like we're going to do today. We only got 9 games for tonight. There's a couple games that have already started, but I want to lock in ASAP because we got 2 Monday night football games as well. Down there. And there is the MLB slate. There's your notebook. Signed by your boy Juice. First game up You do got Cubs versus Pirates. That's one of the games that's already started. We were going to go with Mr. Triolo, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Price Picks actually took it away right before we could place it. So we left it off, and we also left off Mr. Luis Garcia, 1 RBI from the Braves and Nationals game. Going against Spencer Strider today. I'm not too sure. I might have thrown him on like a gut slip or just one of those random slips that I have. But the first game up, we are going with the gentleman. Listen to this. Blue Jays versus Rays. I think it's Zach Little pitching tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays. I could be wrong because I think he might have got traded. Let me double check. 2 seconds. 1, 2. I'm wrong. So Joe Boyle is pitching tonight. His numbers against lefties aren't great. You got Ernie Clement, a lefty. I'm wrong. I think he might be a righty as well. He is bad. It's kind of scary. He's batting in like 6 or 7 lineup, but he has the hot bat right now. He's hit that fantasy score 4 in the last 5 games. Right there, Ernie Clement, and it's not 4.5. He is skyrocketing that prop at like 10, 11, averaging like literally 10 or 11 each game that he hits it. Next game, you got Orioles versus White Sox. We're going to go and fade Kyle Bradish. Also, bad against lefties. This one I'm right about. Kyle Till, the rookie catcher from the White Sox. He's going to get it done for us. You got Colson Montgomery batting 2 guys behind him, so in the 4 spot. We're hoping Colson or I believe it's Sosa. Sosa batting in the 3 spot that bring Mr. Kyle Till in. Kyle's going to get on base regardless today. We just need to hope that somebody brings him in. So that way he doesn't have to do extra work and get multiple base hits today, because that's hard to do in baseball. Come on, you know that. Yankees versus Twins. We're going back to my dude, Austin Martin. Shares the birthday with my woman. 1.5 bases. It's pretty simple. We're going to fade Mr. Rodon, Carlos Rodon from the Yankees. We're going to do it. Austin has crazy numbers. He is batting over 400 versus lefties on the season. So we're going to go back to him. He got it on Saturday for us. He got that 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And then yesterday, we didn't bet on him, but yesterday he did not get his props. So we're hoping today he gets locked back in. 1.5 bases. He's back in that 2 spot. Gets it against Carlos Rodon. And then you got Reds versus Cardinals. Next game up, I believe Matthew Liberatore from the Cardinals is pitching. And we're once again fading somebody who has terrible numbers against we're going to fade the lefty, Matthew Liberatore, and we're going to go with Andujar, who absolutely dominates against lefties. That made sense. Sorry. Just going to go back to the little trend with the splits. Liberatore is absolutely, I'm not even going to say, he's ass. Not garbage. He's ass. Andujar, also like a super dominant against lefties this year. I believe the Reds put up 8-9 runs by themselves tonight against the Cardinals in St. Louis. Next game, pretty simple. Rangers versus Astros. We're skipping it. You got Jack Leader pitching for the Rangers, and then Astros are throwing Jason Alexander on the mound. I just don't trust anybody right now from either team. Nothing more to be said about that. Giants versus D-backs. Next game up. Jung-Ho Lee, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. This is not going on the main slip. Probably throwing it, like I said, on one of those gut slips or a random slip that I got. Last game of the night. Phillies versus Dodgers. The boys have a very big series against Philadelphia. Theo Oscar, we're going to keep going to him until he disappoints us, because once his bat gets hot, there's no stopping this dude. That's why I'm glad that we've signed him in the offseason. You got Ranger Suarez from Philadelphia pitching tonight. Lefty. Gonna say it. Gonna keep beating it. Theo Oscar dominates against lefties. He's gonna keep dominating. He already has a single against against Ranger. He's 1-for-1, and then you got Mookie Betts batting in front of him. Mookie's been hot. Obviously, you got Shohei leading off. Don't really trust him right now. Mookie Betts gets on base, and even Shohei could get on base. Theo Oscar brings both of them in. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, just like he did yesterday. That is the MLB slate. I'll show you guys the price pick slip real quick after I show you guys the NFL games. You do got Buccaneers at the Houston Texans. The game has already started, and it is absolutely electric. It's already 7-7 since the last time I looked at it. Let me check it. It is 7-10. Ka'imi Fairbairn has made a field goal. I don't have him. I have Chase McLaughlin to make him field goal. Not Ka'imi. Ka'imi, whatever his name is. I'm going to show you guys basically the same thing and read it to you guys on Prize Picks. So instead of wasting time, I just want to show you guys my homework right there. That is 6 legs for the both games, for the Buccaneers and the Houston game, and then Chargers at Las Vegas in, what do they call it? The Allegiant Stadium at the Raiders. So we got 6 leg on that game as well. I think we're pretty locked in, boys. I think we're pretty locked in. Like I said, one more time. Monday Night Foosball. You got 2 games right there, and then you got the 9 games up top. That is the notebook. We are dialed in. Let's go ahead and show you guys the price pick slips. I wanted to keep it under 20 minutes today. That's why I didn't want to read all of that stuff off, because I'm just going to read it off again on price picks. And I don't have too much statistics behind the NFL slips for today besides last week's props and what these guys gave up last week. So let's get into it. Let's go ahead and show you guys the MLB slate or MLB slip from our on price picks. We're doing okay. Ernie Clement, the Rays and the Blue Jays game has started, but he hasn't come up to bat yet. 4.5 fantasy score. Austin Martin, 1.5 bases against Carlos Rodent. Kyle Till, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We are fading Kyle Bradish. From the Orioles, Miguel Andujar. This is going to be easy against Liberatore. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Same as Theo Oscar Hernandez. We're hoping that everybody just beats the Nikes out of the lefties today. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs for Mr. Theo Oscar against Ranger Suarez. Guess what, boys? That one is $8.24. Yes, $8.24 to pay $201. Kobe Bean Bryant. You know what it is. And then I guess I'll show you guys real quick. No, I won't. The gut slip. Nothing really much to it. Let's get into the first game. Let's see. Where'd it go? There you go. Houston and Tampa Bay. We already got a touchdown by Mr. Nico Collins, greened out for us. Let's start at the top. We got Bucky Irving scoring a touchdown. If we could get that touchdown before the half, this might be greened out for us tonight. Hopefully Chase can get a field goal pretty soon as well. Chase McLaughlin, 1.5 field goals. Justin Watson, this is huge. He already has 1. He only needs 1 more reception. So 2 receptions. Mike Evans, 80 yards receiving tonight. He is at 14. And like I said, Nico already greened out with that touchdown. And Mr. Xavier Hutchinson, longest reception, 12.5 yards. So he needs to have a 13-yard catch to get that for us. He has a 9-yard catch already. I don't doubt that he gets this. Dude is pretty fast. Xavier Hutchinson. Get it done. Get down the line. And then let's go ahead and show you guys the slip for the Raiders and the Chargers game. You got Brock Bowers, 3.5 receptions. We're getting that at basically free money. He's going to have probably 6 tonight and probably have 70 to 80 receiving yards. Mr. Daniel Carlson, the kicker from the Raiders, 1.5 field goals made. And then Derwin James, 6.5 tackles and assists from the Chargers. And then you got Keenan Allen to have a dominant game against the secondary from the Raiders, 64.5 yards, so 65 receiving yards for Mr. Keenan Allen. And then Trey Tucker, free money, just like Brock Bowers. Longest reception needs to be 9.5. So a 10-yard catch, literally just throw the ball, Geno, get the first down, throw to Trey. And then this is probably my favorite play of the day. Tyler Conklin, 2.5 receptions. He didn't get it last week. He finished at 2. But I believe Mr. Justin Herbert is going to have trouble today. They could still win the game. But J. Herb, find Tyler, get him in those little slants. Just get the ball out, get you some positive yards, get the job done. That is $655 to pay $301. Why not us, boys? Why not us? I'm so glad we hit. Finally, we hit a slip from channel on Saturday. Thanks to Mr. Shea Langlers. And then, obviously, I showed you guys a slip we hit last night from MLB. I'm hoping we stay locked in. First guy up, Mr. Ernie Clement. Cheers to you, brother. Go Blue Jays. Get it done. Dodgers. Like I said, big series tonight. Get her done. Thank you guys for watching Lab Session 50, Episode 50. Bet with Juice. Let's hit something tonight, boys. Peace.